Okay, grade 8, here's what I'm going to have you do today. As always, please go to my webpage. Okay, once you're there, obviously we're on our Japan unit. Okay, here we are, scroll down. Now remember, I put all of the textbook chapters up here, so you're going to be doing an assignment today called Members of Society. And so just to show you before we get started, if you go to chapter 13 and you just start scrolling down, eventually you're going to get to the members of society. So I got the samurai, keep going, peasants, artisans, and everything you need is right there. So I would definitely use some of the information in here, as there is some good information, but feel free once you're working on the assignment to go online and gather some other stuff. So here's the assignment I'm going to have you get started on, members of society. So members of society, you have the samurai, peasants, artisans, merchant women, outcasts, and the Ainu. For each of the groups listed above, you will need to do the following. Describe what their role in society was, or what they did. That's what they did. What was their job? Okay, that's what you're looking for there. The second bullet, where are they ranked on the social hierarchy and why? By this I mean there is a reason some members are considered higher. For example, artisans are lower than peasants because they did not produce food. Okay, Japanese had reasons for their ranking. For example, they believed in providing for society, so therefore if you produced food, you would be higher than people that did not. I'd also like you to find 2 or 3 interesting facts about each group. It can be anything you want. There's some in the textbook. You can find some other ones online, like things like they had to dress a certain way, they couldn't leave the area, they had to get permission for this. Just some interesting facts, and obviously a couple visuals as well, please. You can choose to present this any way you want. Some examples might be lucid chart or video. I'll come back to that in a sec. And then at the bottom here I put, or you can use slides or docs if you want. If you're going to do a video, it doesn't have to be nearly as much detail as your Aztec one. This can be pretty simple. 3 or 4 pictures. Throw up your information right on there. You can just type it in. You don't even have to do a voiceover if you don't want to. And then it could just play all the way through. So that's our option if you want. If you're like video and you're good with it, feel free to do that. But you got some other options here as well. Like I said, lucid chart would be a good one as well. Okay, so that's members of society. If you happen to finish that, right down here, and I wrote this is an individual assignment, please don't do it in groups. And if you manage to finish, though, your members of society, please start honor and duty notes. Again, this is pretty straightforward. I gave you the pages right here for the textbook. This is just a simple note thing. Go through, answer the questions. We do this for just about every new topic. So we'll be going on to honor and duty and their society in a bit, so you can get started on that. It'll give you some background information. So if you finish your members of society, you might as well get started on this, so it'll give you something to do. And that's kind of what your 2 things you're going to work on today. And we can go from there.